Alright, so no intro to the outro for this channel. If any of you guys truly care about myself, if you truly care, you're deep in your hearts about my stuff, you're really down for my stuff, you give a rabbit's derriere about myself, please like, share, comment, hit the bell notification, leave the comment on there, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, follow me on my posts, whenever I do them once every month or two. And if you guys truly give rats some, you know what, and I'm buying where I was lucky left or right foot about myself, subscribe. I would love for you to do that for me, just in case the YouTube algorithm, unfortunately, unsubscribe to you. Please come back to me. It'd be great if you did. All my followers, my fanatics, my fan audience, retention pupils, my watchers, my watchmen, my watchwomen on the wall, my fanboys and fangirls, my followers, my fanatics, my supporters, my absolutely goated, wonderfully amazing day one OG supporters and hardcore fans out there. It'd be great. Just come back to me. You know, granted, the YouTube algorithm's kind of a B word sometimes, but whatever. It'd be great. I'd love the hell of your support, like my digital family. And of course, when you guys are here stumbling and happen to stumble upon this channel for the first time, it'd be great if you come along this journey. Please tag along with me on this really cool adventure when I do a lot of reaction to a lot of stuff from either virtual VTuber drama news, Twitch drama news, like Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever else in the future comes out in the far, far future. I don't freaking know. Only time will tell. Twitter X stuff. And of course stuff from like reaction review stuff from like video game stuff, anime, video games, manga, Hollywood movie shit. And occasionally, once in a rare while, like reaction review video responses to Elon Musk rant news. Any guys that stuff interests you, it'd be great. If you stay here maybe possibly forever, question mark. It'd be great if you did, and if not, it's the one and only thing you're never gonna see me ever again. You just play me in 2x speed in the background. I feel like it. Totally get it. Totally understandable. Totally water in the bridge. Probably bright head, bushy tail. Yada yada. It's all good in the hood. All gravy. All classy. All flashy. Totally get it. Totally content and peaceful and tranquil with that. But not only am I reacting to one, I'm reacting to 4 Pokemon National Wild Geographic documentaries. I know I reacted to the other one. Like 5 of you guys watched. It'd be great if it was 50 or 100 of you, but I just got 4 or 5 views. That's still good enough for me. It'd be better if it was 50 or 100, but you know, I'm not trying to sound greedy, but this one was a little bit more of an older one, from 2 months ago. The other one's like 3 months old, and the last 2 are going to be like, you get a week and a half old and like 3 or 4 days old. I'm just going to spoil it now. One's going to be about like the one from Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, the Ice Steel type one, that was a dragon type. Nico's called Baxcalibur, and the one that has the big giant sword in front of its nose and the sword in the back of its tail. And then the other one, there's the other 2 Pokemon, like the dragon types. I had Como from Pokemon Sun and Ultra and Ultra Moon. Hakumo or Como? I think that's what's Como. And the last one's gonna be what was it called? Haxorous for Pokemon Black, White 1 and 2. I can't wait to react to all 4 of these things. The other one I'll keep a mystery a little bit because it's from the Gen 4 like Sinnoh Diamond Pearl thing. It's one of my favorites, big time. You've been on my channel for a long time, you know which one it is. It says Real Life Pokemon, Natgeo Wild Hydregeion, the first one. Another one from Pokemon Black, White 1 and 2. Anatomy of a Genetic Nightmare. So, jumping this thing head first. 3, 2, 1, let's get it in. I really hope to God this AI generation. I think some of this shit's probably AI. I wouldn't be surprised if it's fake AI generated sort of like artwork that they're using or animation. If they are, that sucks. Hopefully it's convincing enough though. So let's see.
Within subterranean caverns, where water trickles through limestone and sustenance grows scarce.
Those looks like Stitch, but without the eyes. That's so weird. And Lilo and Stitch. Oh no, I've got no news article or drama stories to show you guys. So let's go.
It's a creature born into perpetual darkness. Dino, the irate hatchling. Black fur covering its head and neck, concealing everything but its mouth from view.
What?
This quadrupedal reptilian stands barely 2.5 feet tall, blue integument beneath dark pelage. A singular horn protrudes from the cranium, vestigial, premature.
Oh my God.
6 purple spots encircling its neck, which
it looks
resemble
like an
bruises, not cosmetic markings, but battle scars from relentless collisions. Because Dino is blind, navigation occurs through ramming and relentless biting. Everything stone, prey, potential companion, undergoes dental examination. Scarcity drives indiscriminate predation. Anything that moves becomes sustenance. Taste determines memory. Favorable flavors.
I remember it being a freaking predator eating rock and rollers and giggler. Was it just added that for special effects?
Triggers sense storage. Olfactory databases replacing visual recognition. Dano's body is covered in wounds. Testament to tactile exploration through perpetual collision. The tail appears truncated, possibly self-inflicted, during feeding frenzy. Yet as the creature matures, cranial development accelerates beyond singular capacity. Cellular division occurs where none should exist. What emerges from the darkness is no longer singular rage, but conflicted duality. Zuelus Discordia, the hostile twin. Two black wing-like appendages and a...
I swear to God, I'm not trying to keep on. I was still trying to shine on this little bastard, by the way. This is Pokemon Scarlet Violet or Sword and Shield. Even though should have been had Pokemon on what's it called? Legends EA, but that thing disappointed the hell out of me. And now the whole Pokemon Direct's coming up this week. I don't know if I'm going to do it this Saturday. Even though it's probably going to be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday it comes out. But the time I get to it, it'll probably be in the beginning of March. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be a very super late reaction. But I'm only going to react to like 3 or 4 things on there. I reacted to all because the Pokemon Direct's a fucking joke nowadays, which sucks. I think it's either going to be Generation 10 or Black White Remakes. The only thing I know. If it is Black White Remakes, I'm going to lose my shit in a good way. But if it's Generation 10, I'm not going to be that excited about it. So this one I was shining on it for a while, for like 4 or 5 months already.
Head have appeared on its body. The quadrupedal form stands nearly 4.5 feet tall. Black, scruffy fur covers both heads' necks, concealing optical organs that remain non-functional. 2 feather-like horns crown each cranium. Each head has their own likes and dislikes, separate neural systems, distinct preferences, divergent personalities housed within shared physiology. The heads fight each other over a single piece of food. Not cooperation, competition. Each head claims leadership by eating more than the other. Because of this, Zuelus always ends up overeating and is covered in scars, even without opponents to fight. Self-inflicted wounds, constant warfare within singular biology. If denied equal attention, they fight out of jealousy. Yet, paradoxically, this perpetual combat strengthens the creature without external opponents. It is a nomadic Pokemon. It migrates once it has eaten all the prey in an area. Its 2 heads arguing over directions. While hunting for prey, Zuelus wanders its territory, its 2 heads often bickering over which way to go, until one head dominates. Consciousness consolidates. The weaker regresses into vestigial limb. Wings fully manifest. What ascends from the caverns is tyrannical singularity. Hydreigon Destructor, the Annihilator. 6 feet of draconic terror. 3 heads. Only the central houses cognitive function. The secondary heads lack brains. Biological weapons without consciousness. 6 black wings enable aerial dominance. Dark blue scales. Atrophied feet. Evolution prioritizing flight.
That looks a lot better than the other one.
It bites anything that moves.
It looks way more better compared to what they did the Salamence, Dragonite, and the other one, Garchomp. Garchomp still look badass as hell. He's up there with Garchomp, Hydreigon. His design is chef's fucking kiss. I love it. Beautiful. It doesn't look super fake or plasticky or weird looking. It looks good. I haven't been disappointed yet.
Triggers attack. The 3 heads take turns sinking teeth into opponents. Relentless assault controlled by singular consciousness. Villages destroyed. Settlements annihilated. Stories describe Hydreigon raising entire communities. It grew ferocious because ancient people loathed it. Persecution bred violence. Fear created monster. Devoted entirely to destruction. 3
That's
mouths,
like case from the Dragon
1
Ball
mind,
Z, Pokemon.
total devastation. Hydreigon Destructor, where cognition serves annihilation, and fear
Oh, the tail,
becomes
they kind of messed up the tail a
self-fulfilling
little bit, but the rest
prophecy.
was nice. It's 80% good.
The general gives you a break.
Alright, hold on one sec. Alright, so I will get thoughts, views, opinions, speculation, raw points and takes and hot takes and opinions and shit, but I want to wait all the way to the end of the video. So this one is a lot more older. It's my baby freaking boy. I know I like Empoleon, but I like Torterra a lot more. The one from Diamond Pearl Platinum and Heart Soul Silver and all. Now Heart Soul Silver BDSP, unfortunately, Brilliant Diamond Shine Pearl ended up failing really bad 4.5, 5, 6 years ago. So there's that. It's from 2015. Oh, wait. Oh no, December 15th, 2025. So jump into it. Let's freaking go. See how wild this is. I'm going to put a little bit faster. So link to the original video if I remember down below.
At dawn, the forests of Sinnoh breathe quietly. Mist drifts between the trees, and light begins to touch the forest floor. Inside the hollow of a fallen tree, hidden from the forest outside, an egg begins to crack. Slowly, a newborn Turtwig pushes free. Small, unsteady, speckled with soil.
It was like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle one.
Turtwig steps into the open for the first time. Small and unassuming, Turtwig moves with intention rather than speed. Its shell carries fresh earth and growing moss, a living bond to the ground beneath it. When sunlight breaks through the canopy, Turtwig rests. The sprout on its head tilts toward the warmth, drawing energy directly from the sun.
Cool.
In a forest where food is not always guaranteed, this quiet ability allows Turtwig to persist when others cannot.
That'll be beautiful. That's what it looked like in real life.
But survival in Sinnoh is never gentle. Storms arrive without warning. Wind tears through the trees. Rain soaks the soil and turns the forest floor into mud. While faster creatures flee, Turtwig stays. Its legs press deeper into the earth. Its shell deflects the storm. Even under pressure, it remains still, breathing slowly, waiting for the forest to settle. And it always does. As seasons pass, the land leaves its mark. Turtwig grows heavier, stronger. The soil on its shell deepens, and roots begin to take hold. Eventually, the change becomes impossible to ignore. In a moment shaped by time rather than force, Turtwig evolves into Grottle. Now larger and slower, Grottle carries more than its own weight.
It's a lie, he has 2 bushes, he doesn't have 3.
Plants begin to thrive on its back.
Whoever made the 3D animation for this, no. He messed up the thing. He's supposed to have 2 bushes, not 3. It's supposed to be double, not triple. I'm just saying, I'm trying to be like, actually, Reddit freaking meme, I don't care.
The Pokemon into shelter for smaller life. Where Grottle rests, the forest heals. Insects return. Soil stabilizes. Life gathers. The seasons shift again and again, but Grottle remains unchanging, enduring, until the earth itself begins to move.
Oh, it's all 4 seasons.
Roots spread outward, the ground trembles, and from this living foundation, Torterra emerges. Massive and ancient in presence, Torterra is no longer just a Pokemon. It is an ecosystem in motion. Trees grow upon its shell. Creatures travel across its back, unaware they are walking on a living being. Each step is slow. Each step reshapes the land. From a small Turtwig resting in the sunlight to a guardian that carries forests with it. This evolution is not about speed or numbers. It is about balance, endurance, and the quiet strength of nature moving forward, one deliberate step at a time.
At Cox, you're...
Alright, let's go on to the next one. This is right, so now this one is the Baxcalibur one. And the way they do the freaking thumbnails for these are very, very, like, convenient. One thing that sucks ass, when I tried to look for them, IRL, like Pokemon in real life, dragon types, I didn't really get that many good results on Google or Yahoo or freaking, God forbid, Brave.com or Firefox. Like, I couldn't find that many good ones. A lot of them are just like fake CGI AI slop crap, which sucks, but that's gonna be a hard ass freaking thumbnail if I'm gonna put on this one. Alright, so 3, 2, 1, let's go. Hope it's awesome. It was amazing. One thing I like about that Torterra one, real fast thoughts, views, opinions, hot takes on it. Real spicy, problematic takes. I don't give a fuck if it's problematic, but they should have really did a lot better in the music, and they should just put all the Pokemon creatures in there instead of real life animals. I don't know why they didn't do that. So
in the glacial caverns of the northern ice fields, where temperatures plummet to lethal extremes and sunlight becomes a distant memory, a young predator emerges from the darkness. This is Frigibax, a creature that defies conventional...
Oh, the first evolution of this thing is so fucking ugly, man. It is gross. Second and third one look a lot nicer. This one, it didn't grow on me that well. I'm sorry.
Alien biology, thriving where most life would perish within minutes.
Wow.
The dorsal fin, translucent and razor sharp, functions as both weapon and thermal regulator. Crystalline structures within absorb ambient cold, converting frigid air into metabolic fuel through a process scientists are only beginning to comprehend.
Okay.
The creature's body temperature registers below freezing, yet its cells remain fluid, protected by antifreeze proteins that prevent ice crystal formation within tissue. But in these frozen territories, Frigibax must compete for resources. Bergmite formations control the richest mineral deposits, crystallized nutrients locked within ancient ice. When Frigibax approaches these contested zones, territorial disputes erupt swiftly. The juvenile uses its relentless persistence and cryogenic bite to challenge the armored defenders, forcing brief but decisive confrontations that often end with the Bergmite yielding ground to the more aggressive hunter.
He was walking backwards instead of front. They messed up again.
Frigibax navigates the labyrinthine ice tunnels, its specialized vision detecting thermal signatures invisible to conventional sight. The creature is perfectly engineered for this hostile environment. Powerful jaws crushing through permafrost, extracting minerals that fuel its relentless growth. Each successful hunt, each territorial victory, has triggered the transformation. The dorsal fin extends beyond normal juvenile proportions, body mass surging as physiological restructuring accelerates. The metamorphosis is imminent. What emerges from the glacial shadows is a more formidable hunter.
Sort of bugs
Arctobax draconus, the glacial predator.
That's when it starts looking way more fucking badass. Because my dumbass, when I played Pokemon Scarlet, like back in 2021, 2022, I ended up getting in the middle evolution and was like, oh my god, it took like 50, 80 Ultra Balls for me to get that thing. They kept that catch rate thing, Arctobax, oh god. It was a huge pain in the ass for me again. I was very under level. I was like level 25 or 30. This thing was level 48, 49. So I shouldn't have even caught this freaking thing. Real dumbass story, because I went into the other side of the mountain thing. I wasn't supposed to go to that area yet because I was stupid. My stupid fucking retard ass decided to go on that side. I was like, oh god. It took me so many revives and so many Ultra Balls for me not lose this thing. It was either 50 or 80 Ultra Balls I had to use before this little bastard SOB finally got in. And I had to use like so many hypnosises and paralyzed attacks. It was really, really hard as hell. It took like a good 5-6 hours for me to get this freaking bastard. This thing would have been shiny. It would have been way scary if I would have lost it. So, crazy story though, I know.
Gone is the scrappy juvenile form. Arctobax stands nearly 3 feet tall, bipedal, muscular, built for combat. Gray scales reinforced with ice blue armor plating. 3 massive fins now protrude from its back, jagged ice formations shaped like crystalline blades. These structures radiate sub-zero temperatures, turning the surrounding air into visible frost. The musculature has doubled. Powerful limbs crushing through ice formations that would halt lesser predators.
It reminds me of that Godzilla one, the one that King Kong and like Godzilla fight. That one that has that big giant. It's like Kirim a little bit from Black, White 1 and 2. When the Reshiram, Zekrom's like the Tao trio is supposed to be. It kind of reminds me of Kirim a little bit, but I think he's Dragon Steel or Dragon Ice. I don't know, he might be Ice Dragon or Dragon Steel. I forgot which one he was when he's 3rd evolution. Oh my god, that shit's such a good ass design for the 3rd one too. And it looks so much like that King Kong one that they fought, but bigger though. Because it looked more like Salamis mixed with like Kirim and that other one that Godzilla and King Kong fought. Forgot the name of that little bastard. It's one that orangutan thing uses. And he has like this little stone thing to control him. His base commands. He's an evil bastard, but it looks cool.
Arctobax commands respect from former rivals. Bergmite colonies retreat at its approach, recognizing the signature of superior force. The contested mineral deposits now belong to the evolved hunter without confrontation. But as resources within the caverns dwindle, instinct drives Arctobax toward the surface, toward the exposed glacier plateau where richer territories await. There, an obstacle dominates. Avalon, the glacial titan, sprawled across the frozen expanse, territorial and ancient, weighing several tons of compressed ice. When Arctobax emerges onto the plateau, the behemoth's presence declares absolute ownership. Arctobax attempts to challenge, dorsal fins radiating intense cold. Avalug remains motionless, unmoved by displays that scatter lesser creatures. A brief confrontation erupts. Cryogenic bite meets impenetrable armor. The Titan retaliates with overwhelming mass. Arctobax retreats back toward the cavern entrance, not from fear, but recognition. The power gap remains too vast. For now. The evolved hunter withdraws to patrol the boundary between cavern and surface, claiming intermediate territories. Relentless hunting cycles drive continuous growth, the frame expanding, bones thickening to support greater mass. The fins radiate progressively colder temperatures. Something larger stirs within.
Working in audio is...
That was really nice. I still gotta keep rats on. Hold on. Alright, let's keep it moving, man. I want to see what this badass looks like, even though we saw it in the thumbnail, but you guys didn't, I did, but you might see it in there, who knows. See what Frigidback.
What emerges from the frozen depths no longer challenges the Titan. It becomes one. Baxcalibur Hyperboreus, the Ice Colossus, emerging onto the windswept glacier. Transformation complete. Over 6 feet of muscle and glacial armor. Bipedal, massive, engineered for warfare. The cavern-dwelling days have ended. Along the spine, a weaponized ridge, a massive ice sail formed from compressed glacial matter, capable of generating localized blizzards. The jaw structure has broadened, reinforced to crush permafrost.
Oh, wow.
Limbs thick as tree trunks.
His freaking jaw reminds me of the other one from Pokemon X and Y. The one that wasn't like Amora or Morris, but Tyrantrum a little bit. The one that was evolved from Tyrant. When you guys played X and Y, the other one, Legends ZA, you know what Tyrantrum was. He was like a big ass freaking T-Rex motherfucker you don't want to mess with.
Anchor the massive frame to the glacier itself. Baxcalibur surveys the territory with methodical precision. Wind howls across the plateau. Temperatures lethal to most organisms. The creature exhales, breath instantly crystallizing into ice particles that drift like snow. Then, a presence emerges across the frozen expanse. Avalug, the entrenched titan that has ruled this plateau,
doing a Pokemon battle. I hope
years, territorial and unyielding. The behemoth's sheer mass has repelled every challenger that dared to approach. The two titans lock eyes across the expanse. Baxcalibur releases a thunderous roar. Avalug answers with a guttural bellow that reverberates across the plateau. Baxcalibur strikes first. Cryogenic breath erupts in a devastating blast, flash freezing Avalug's frontal armor. The jaws follow, clamping down with force that cracks through the weakened plating. The behemoth counters with crushing weight, attempting to pin the challenger beneath its mass. Baxcalibur's claws respond, slashing across Avalug's face, carving deep burrows through the ice. Avalug breaks formation. The behemoth retreats across the plateau, conceding dominion to the evolved sovereign. Baxcalibur claims the central territory, standing motionless as wind and snow swirl around its armored form. The plateau belongs to the transformed sovereign now, not through prolonged siege, but through evolutionary superiority. In the harshest environment on the continent, nature has forged its ultimate answer to survival. Not adaptation, domination, where ice meets sky, where only the apex endure, one truth crystallizes. Evolution does not create survivors. It creates conquerors.
I bet your ass it does, man. Nice. Alright, let's get on to the last one. I don't know if I want to do Como or the other one, Haxorous by itself. So Haxorous was the last one that came out 7-8 days ago, but since we're going to be Black, White 1 and 2, I'm probably going to do Haxorous and then Como, the one that's like Django and the other one's Final Evolution. Hawkmo's Final Evolution. Probably do that one in a separate by itself video. It's super short and noise, so I'm going to do the Haxorous one. Alright, hold on one sec. Alright, so we're back one last time. The Haxorous one, man. The dragon that ends battles in 1 second. Real life Pokemon, Natgeo full documentary. This was from last week, but outing beefing, stalling around. This one was my really fun favorite. Even though it was like 21, 22. Black, White 1 and 2 came out. Actually, no, 22, 23, but in Japan it would have been 21, 22. My god, the shiny for this thing was just fucking kiss. I used the first one as an HM slave, as messed up as that shit is, and I loved him in the anime. I loved the hell out of Haxorous in the anime, and the little baby Axew, as you can see. Oh my god. In TCG, I see this thing a lot too, so. Even as an old man in my early 20s at the time, I was old enough to, go out and drink and shit. I still love the fuck out of this Pokemon series, man. So let's jump into it. And I get final thoughts, views, and opinions at the end. Let's go.
300 Axew that hatch. Fewer than 10 will ever become Haxorous. The rest will fail. And most of that failure can be traced back to a single lesson learned incorrectly on the first day of life. When to fight and when to run. Deep within the forests of Unova, a young Axew stands roughly 2 feet tall.
Hey, that's how I know this guy gotta be AI generated. The guy that's talking is not a real human being. It's gotta be an AI bot thing talking. It's Unova or Unova, not Univus. That doesn't say it like that. But AI still got a long way to go. And that's gonna be a bitch because probably gonna take a lot of our work, unfortunately. But not even talking about that. Let's go.
Its body is covered in green scales. 2 small tusks protrude from its lower jaw, no more than 8 centimeters long, blunt, still hardening. These are not yet weapons. They are tools for learning, and the education begins immediately. Axew hatch in small clutches, 2 to 4 siblings at most. For the first few months, they stay together. What begins as play becomes training. Headbutts, tusk strikes, grappling that intensifies as tusks harden. Accidents are common, and when tusks snap near the base, the injured retreat. Regrowth takes months, and during that time, they cannot defend themselves. When siblings eventually disperse, the injured are often left behind, and most do not survive alone.
That's unfortunate.
Grinding surfaces are scarce and unevenly distributed. The best sites, ancient stone ruins, exposed rock outcrops.
You did my girl Mandibuzz like that? It still doesn't use a Monster Hunter like Yu-Gi-Oh! Monster thing more than the Pokemon, man. You should have did her way more better than that, man. That is my baby. Why did you freaking screw that up? Natgeo out. What the hell is wrong with you? You should have did it better. I mean, you got the body and everything right, but the face does not look like Mandibuzz. That's my
Sit
baby.
in open clearings. Awesome. To reach them, an Axew must leave cover. And that is when
the backside still is the same, not the front.
Strike. Mandibuzz patrol the forest from above, circling over clearings and riverbanks where the canopy breaks. They cannot dive through dense branches, but they do not need to. They wait. An Axew that ventures into open ground to access water or grinding stones becomes visible. The dive is fast. Most Axew never make it back to cover. Territorial boundaries are marked by older Axew and fracture. Tusk scars carved into tree bark. Broken branches.
That's the evolution for it when it evolves in the fracture.
Claw marks. These are warnings. Cross them, and violence follows. Young Axew that wander into claimed territory are driven out, if they are lucky. If not, they are eliminated as example. The forest does not tolerate trespass. Of the 100 Axew that hatch, roughly 40 die before evolution to predators, territorial conflicts, or injuries that never heal. Those that endure long enough begin to change. What emerges is built for violence. Fracture Securus, the tusked dragon. A fracture stands nearly 4 feet tall and weighs close to 90 pounds. Its tusks have more than doubled in length, 20 to 30 centimeters, curved and sharp enough to pierce bark, bone, and scale. The body is thicker, more muscular, built to support the increased weight and deliver devastating strikes. This is no longer a student of violence. This is a practitioner. Fracture are solitary by necessity. They establish territories, small at first, perhaps a few hundred meters of forest floor. These territories are marked the same way Axu mark boundaries. Tusk scars on trees, broken branches, claw marks in soil. Territorial conflicts are constant. Borders shift. Resources deplete. A fracture that claimed a grinding site 1 month may find it occupied by another the next. When two fracture meet over contested ground, negotiation is not an option. They fight with tusks clashing and bodies colliding, the forest echoing with the impact of scale against scale. These battles are not brief. They can last hours, and both participants leave scarred.
We first look at this row.
That was fucking wild, man. Hold on a quick second, yeah. I don't see how crazy that little fight was. That was pretty good. I don't know why the little freaking fire in the background was like burning the grass for some reason. That didn't even make sense. He didn't even use dragon breath or ember or any of those fire type moves. That's weird. Had to be a glitch.
And both participants leave scarred. And those scars matter. Every strike leaves a mark. Grooves, chips, cracks. At first, these are shallow, but scars accumulate. A fracture that survives 10 territorial battles carries 10 sets of damage. With each new scar, the structural integrity weakens. Cracks propagate deeper. A tusk that has been struck 50 times is no longer the same weapon. Of the 60 fracture that survived from the original 100 Axu, fewer than 15 will evolve to Haxorous. The rest fail. Some from accumulated damage, tusks that crack completely, or infections from untreated wounds. Others from miscalculation, fighting too little or too much.
Oh, he did Hydregeion or Hydregeion. I'm surprised he did him like that. He looks good. Doesn't look as creepy and what's it called? Uncanny Valley with the other ones.
Everything correctly and still fall to predation, disease, or misfortune. Those rare few that succeed carry forward every scar they earned, every chip in their tusks, every lesson written in pain. What emerges bears weapons that can cleave steel and bone.
The evolution.
Haxorous Megaloblade, the apex slayer.
There we go.
A Haxorous stands over 6 feet tall and weighs nearly 230 pounds. The tusks have grown to 60 centimeters or more. Curved blades of hardened keratin and bone, sharp enough to cut through steel plating, strong enough to snap tree trunks with a single strike. The body is heavily muscled, built to support and wield these weapons.
Alright. And another thing, when I was still, I swear to God, I'm not trying to go to my shiny hunt stores, but I ran into these stupid little pieces of hat, little bastards, Haxorous. They kept running into me every time I tried to get shiny, either Dracoloaf or the other shiny on one of the dragon type. The other dragon type I really wanted, like Zwilus or Hawkmoth. This thing kept getting in the freaking damn way, dude. I was like, dang, that thing is an annoying little bastard, because every time he sees you in Sword and Shield, he just comes up to you, like, real quick if you're not fast enough on a damn freaking bike. It annoyed the shit out of me. And then I got one at shiny. I never hit that thing or KO'd it at all. And that wasn't even my main target, and I still got it as a shiny. I was like, fuck, man, I know you love your designs. Beautiful, it's awesome. It's chef's kiss, but you're not the one I'm going for, man. I got you like 15, 20 years ago when Black and White came out. So that sucked, unfortunately.
This is Apex. This is the end point of a process that eliminated 90% of those that began it. Territorial conflicts between Haxorous are catastrophic. When two meet over contested ground, neither retreats. Both have survived too much to yield. The battles are prolonged and destructive. Trees are felled. Ground is cratered. The impact of blade against blade can be heard over a kilometer away. These fights end in one of three ways. Death, permanent injury, or mutual exhaustion so severe that both participants are vulnerable to opportunistic predators for days afterward. Even victories carry cost. A Haxorous that wins a territorial battle may have cracked blades, strained neck vertebrae, or deep lacerations. Blade cracks do not heal.
Get to the
They
Pokemon
only
Center,
worsen.
man. Pokemon Center.
Eventually, the blade shatters, and a Haxorous with a shattered blade is functionally crippled. It cannot hunt effectively. It cannot defend territory. It is driven out by rivals, or eliminated by younger Haxorous, seeking to claim its range. Haxorous achieve what most cannot: dominance. But dominance in this species is self-limiting. The tools of survival become the instruments of decline.
Beautiful.
The scars that prove their survival are the cracks that will eventually destroy them. Evolution is not guaranteed. And even when achieved, it is not permanent. The forest does not care how many battles were won. It only cares whether you can survive the next one. And eventually, the answer is no.
Damn. It's unfortunate. Alright, hold on one second. Okay, so overall, quick thoughts, views, opinions, hot takes, vibes, feelings, topics at hand, like yada yada yada, bullet points, what else is there? Random takes, hot takes, unhinged thoughts, random thoughts, and of course, as always, feels, vibes, topic at hand, speculation, top of the donut, top of the freaking cranium, my ear, guys. Hold on. I'm starting to really extra sleepy because I should have been asleep like 4 hours ago, but my dumbass had to do this, but whatever. Shit's so cool, so some of it's nice. Looks absolutely amazing. It's goated. It's great. There's a few parts that look silly. Sometimes the tails in the body. Sometimes the little arms and the little feet licks. The little legs and feet, they like grow 4 or 5 toes and they only have 2 feet or 2 toes or 3 toes instead of 5. So the AI thing, whoever created this, some of it was a little wonky. They did it kind of bad with Torterra. Half of his body looked cool. His body looked great, but his face still looked kind of fake, like AI slop, unfortunately. So I gotta give it a D-. Even though I loved him in the movies, and the Detective Pikachu thing they showed way back in 2019, 7.5, 8 years ago. You should have did way better with that. Even though you don't have a Warner Bros. / Pokemon Company, Nintendo, Sony, freaking $1 trillion paycheck to do these kind of videos, I get that. And this one ain't even here. I didn't even notice it said it. 135 home Pokemon Dex AI live. They had a Gen 1 version I watched of it. Some look good, some look like crap. And then the Gen 2 one, I might do my own. I might do a reaction to that one, maybe like March next month. That one came out like 7 or 10 months ago. But I'm still gonna do it anyways because I love the shit out of the series. Anyways, last 2 things I'll say is this. Oh man, some of the environments that look nice for it, but like, why'd you do my girl Amanda Buzz like that? That was like one of my favorite OG Gen 5 Pokemon when they were doing a soft reboot for this series, you know? Wallaby Amanda Buzz was really nice. I know some people are gonna shit and complain, oh, well, the other one, Braviary, and what's it called? And Wargle, aka Braviary. Wargle was the Japanese name. Should have kept it like that in English too, because it sounded way better than it did in Japanese than it did in English. Just saying. And the last little tidbit I'll say is this. I really wish they would have shown do more dragon type moves. I mean, you saw with Baxcalibur and Hydregeion, they were using physical attacks and special dragons. That's like Dragon Breath, Hyper Beam, Flamethrower, and all that shit. But you didn't see it that much with Haxorous. I'm kind of sad about that. Should have used it more with Haxorous, even though I guess not in the whole competitive side of Pokemon when they do like Smogon type of like competitive battles and competitive fights. Like you do your setups here, and you do your setups here, and special defense, special attack, special offense, special defense. Not in any of that shit. That's way too complicated for my fucking small little fucking pea brain. So I can't think that fucking hyper intellectually like that. Because I'm not a TCG player. I don't do that TCG card shit, man. I'm sorry. It's too fucking exhausting. Kudos, God bless, Godspeed for the ones that do. But for me, that ain't my cup of tea. I just collecting the cards and that's it. And then the last but not least, even though it's an AI generated person, I doubt it's a real person because I kept mispronouncing. That's a very big, fucking, really huge ass problem I have with people that mispronounce Pokemon. I take it personal. I want to bash them over their head with a freaking cup. Of course, if I do that, I'll go to jail, prison. But it angers the hell out of me. It boils my freaking blood, especially when it's a fake AI robot thing talking. And it's messing up the freaking words on purpose like that. It's not Haxorous. It's Haxorous. Haxorous. You know, I know Japanese, Korean, and German, and a bunch of other languages around the world, so different names. I could let those pass. I'll give that a green pass, but not when the fucking AI robot's constantly screwing it up. I mean, I like all the nice little environments I showed that were in ice and snow, and they were in the jungles, and we're in like a forest, and then they were in a real nice volcanic area and sand area too. I know I didn't get to react to the Como one, but I'll do that one in a separate video. Alright, that's it. Wraps up the video. I'm done here. I'm just gonna do outro super short. Stay in the grind, stay easy, stay safe, healthy, be yourself, peace, helmet, sorrow, let's make you full side. Stay some merch account, shins, with video ministers, and monsters, drama news, virtual VTuber drama news, some stuff from Haxorous, Sports Kita, and Purpose. Alright, take care, goodbye. I'll see you guys whenever videos materialize. Alright, take it easy, do some done. I'm out, stay safe, and I see you in the next future video commentary. Take it easy, later.